6 ways blockchain will change the way we do business. What does blockchain do? And here we're going to get those same 3 words: an immutable, shared, distributed record-keeping technology. And that pretty much sums it up. Okay, good. Jacob says we can see the PDF now. Good. So we're going to hear that over and over and over. It's an immutable, shared, distributed record-keeping system. Please understand that when somebody calls it a database, they really don't know what they're talking, or they think they're talking down to an audience that doesn't understand what blockchain is, and the best thing you can relate it to is a database. But the difference is what makes blockchain technology unique is the security, and it makes it impossible to alter, forge, or breach the data or hack the system where it's stored. That's the biggest difference there. That's going to be the biggest benefit to most companies. So how does blockchain work? Well, you start with your computer, you put in your transaction, and this uses the example of money or currency. It's all put in a block of transactions. The block is sent to every node in the network. Every node in the network then adds it to their ledger, okay? They validate the transaction and say, yes, it's good, no, it's not. And then if the node then closes the block, they get the reward, as in Bitcoin. They're showing a Bitcoin symbol here. And the blockchains that are going to be in business also have rewards. They have rewards for the processing of the data, okay? So you'll see that in the business blockchains, that there will be some sort of a token that will have value, and the value pays for work done to maintain the network or work done to maintain the transactions on the network and close blocks. In any case, there's a token reward that can be exchanged for some value, and it's just mostly a record-keeping system, really. The token is a record-keeping system, okay? And so then the block is added to the existing blockchain, and the transaction then is complete. So the critical pieces are here. The transaction is created and sent to the network. The network then sends it to every node on the network, who then say, yes, it's all good. Everybody agrees. That's called consensus. Once consensus is achieved, the node that closes the block gets a reward. The block is added to the blockchain, and the transaction is done. In simplistic terms, that's exactly what happens each time. The one way that it's going to help is that sensitive financial information, confidential medical data, any of those types of data is going to be greatly improved. Like there's a hospital chain, a medical chain of hospitals and clinics in Japan, and they're running on a blockchain right now. And what that allows the person to do is, just like in a Bitcoin, you have your wallet, and on this blockchain network, you have your data that you can transport from doctor to doctor. You don't have to worry about filling out this form that says that you want Dr. A to receive all the files and the copies of all the files to send to Dr. B. And all you have to do is give them permission to see your data in your wallet. In other words, send them a transaction that says you can have access to this information. Then the doctor has that privileged access, which you can revoke at any time you want. So they have seen it being incredibly efficient, because it takes the nurses and doctors out of the business of managing your data for you and making sure your data gets to the next doctor where it's supposed to go. You end up managing that yourself. And in that same way, you can have more confidence that because you're managing it yourself, you have control over who sees it, when they see it, and how they see it. Okay. So they've got 5 healthcare blockchains if you want to go see those. Okay. Advertising and marketing. 45% of U.S. companies experience some sort of a data breach, and marketing and advertising companies are a significant part of those companies. Marketing and advertising, churns a lot of money through the system. They estimate their losses at $68 billion globally by 2022. Only 59 in 2021. So it's growing very rapidly. People like to steal money if they can get their hands on it. So those data breaches can be prevented by having it in a blockchain. And I remember the data breach at Target. They had their credit card system hacked. They had been told for years that their security was lax, and they had some millions of credit card records stolen in the data breach. And because of that, they lost lots of money. They saved it along the way by not repairing their security, only to quickly lose it when their data was hacked. It literally behooves companies to find the most secure way to maintain and to hold their data in ways that they can't breach that data. And the old relational type of databases, where all you have to do is hack into a data server area, they're quickly going by the wayside as companies like Amazon Web Services and such, and their blockchain people embellish or add to the security that's available. Operations management is a huge place where there is a lot of waste. I just can't believe how much work managers go through just to manage your yearly pay increase, potentially in larger corporations anyway, or manage the payroll data, or manage the information in the HR system. It's really, really tough. And now with the new what they call GDPR, the regulations on global data privacy in the European Union, it makes it even more sensitive that if your HR data gets hacked and you have information on your employees that gets out in the wild, you're going to pay excessive fines to the EU if they're an EU member that had their data stolen. So it becomes really, really important that the HR data is kept private. So Kodak, for example, implemented a Kodak One management platform just for the purpose of keeping their data private and making sure it was digital and secured. So a lot of companies are headed towards that direction. So accounting and finance. I've talked about it quite a bit about accounting and finance. They're leveraging their technology to make sure that the data is secure and you can quickly retrieve it. So that's very, very good. It not only safeguards various transactions related data and minimizes the risk of online frauds associated with these activities, but also provides a much faster and effective solution for online transactions. It's hard to believe that something that is more secure can be faster, but blockchain, in just the inherent way that it encrypts and connects block to block, literally causes it to be faster than a relational database system that is faced out towards the web, for example. So you interface with it from the internet. All the security that goes into the back end there to make sure that the data transaction between you and their systems adds so much overhead that the system bogs down. And so blockchains, just because of the way they do things, are actually quite a bit faster than all of those systems with all the security that they've added. We have some people here, I'm sure we do, that are involved in cybersecurity. It's probably a good thing to say that Deloitte, that a major accounting and auditing firm in the United States, the CEO there, managing director there, said that blockchain technology has the potential to improve efficiency of the global cybersecurity market. And that market is worth over $130 billion to those people who pursue doing business in that market. In other words, helping companies to secure their data. Those companies look like they've got a market of about $130 billion. And it can help those markets by increasing their efficiencies. And here we have healthcare and medical. I detailed the one hospital in Japan already. And so all of the personal details and diagnoses and everything that you can have in a system, you have control over it, which is nice. Okay. This is kind of an amazing number, I thought here. It says data breaches in the healthcare sector increased dramatically. Statistics say that data breach incidents cost $45,700 per hour on an average during the year 2021. That's a huge, huge number. Okay. So not only this, more than 50% of hospitals that use normal internet are vulnerable to those cyber threats. So what you've got is a situation where, you know, a blockchain backend to a website is a whole lot more secure than a regular SQL database or MySQL database or whatever data structures you have representing the data in your website. Okay. Some of the companies that have adopted blockchain, Medical Chain, Avenir, RoboMed, Chronicles, I don't even know most of these. So we could, you know, go ahead and Google those and see what they're doing and see how they're doing it. So the whole idea here is that blockchain is slowly starting to morph and change the industries that they're impacting. It's going to make things more secure. It's going to make things easier to do in the future. Some people liken the new blockchain technology as equivalent to when the internet first was born in the late 80s, early 90s, and that caused the huge boon to businesses such as Amazon, who ran with the new technology and made a huge business out of it. They actually call the new emergence of blockchain as the Internet 3. Internet 1 was basically just exchanging data. You know, you had HTML web pages, they didn't do much. Internet 2 led to the rise of videos and other dynamic forms of data exchanges. Internet 3, secure data, really. And so there's a lot of pioneers that are looking at, you know, creating a new internet with more secure backends through blockchain technology. So my voice has just about had it. I've talked for about 45 minutes. See you again next week, and we'll look forward to it. Talk to you later. Bye.